Fellas, the fact is I'm married and I've been off the market for a long time, but never have I ever come across a woman that says that she wants a guy who smells like he's bathed in dirt, in manure, and urine all day. Never have I ever. That's why 99% of all women want guys that smell like this. That's right, today I'm talking about fragrances. Not only am I talking about fragrances, I'm talking about fragrances that girls go wild for. And honestly, if you take this feedback and use it in your real world, this is going to make you more attractive to women. This is going to be something that's going to help you in the long game. So without any further ado, let's hop into the fragrances we have today. Now, it's not only just fragrances, we're also talking about the types of fragrances. And first off, we're going to start with woody fragrances. So as I mentioned, we're starting with woody fragrances. And when you think of woody fragrances, think of fragrances that feature notes of cedarwood, sandalwood, and even vetiver. These notes provide a more masculine feel to fragrances, and ladies love a man that has a masculine feel. And as a man, when you feel masculine, you feel stronger, you feel more confident, and you also feel like you are ready to take on today. So use these fragrances to give you that energetic, confident, manly boost to get you started. Now, the first fragrance I want to mention today is a little more challenging to find within its original presentation, but within the refill presentation, it's easy. The fragrance hails from the house of Kilian, and this one is Kilian Sacred Wood, and as you can hear, it has wood in its name. Sacred Wood is this intoxicating blend of aromatic oud. You get incense here, and then you also get this velvety sandalwood within this fragrance. The sandalwood comes off creamy, providing a whole different feel to what a woody fragrance would traditionally be. In addition to those wood notes, you get cardamom and amber, making this a perfect fragrance for close encounters or special occasions. You can walk in feeling sophisticated and next level with a fragrance like Kilian Sacred Wood. Now, speaking of wood fragrances, this next fragrance is top tier when it comes down to it, and this one comes from the master of seduction himself, Tom Ford, and this one is Ebon Fumé. Now, Ebon Fumé takes some of the same things that we talked about within Kilian Sacred Wood. You get wood notes here, obviously, but you also get a holy blend of wood, and it comes out as an amazing scent that is totally different than most fragrances that you will experience. Ebon Fumé is this intoxicating blend of wood, leather, and spice, and it's a fragrance that you would wear when you want to leave an unforgettable experience. You want to have something just lingering in the air. This is the fragrance that you go for that women will be wondering, what are you wearing? I had someone recently leave a comment and say, yo, B, I came back to this video of Ebon Fumé because I did not realize how good this scent was. I was at an event and I had to ask this guy what he had on, and the ladies were flocking to him. And this is what he had on, my friends. Ebon Fumé, an amazing fragrance that is going to do wonders for you. It's dark, it's mysterious, and it just gets ladies riled up. So make sure you try this one if you're looking for a sexy, sensual fragrance that works in almost any situation. Now, the next fragrance provides this mixture of spice and wood, and it provides this elegant, timeless feel to the overall fragrance composition. This one comes from the house of Creed, and this one happens to be Creed's Spice and Wood, as the name implies. Creed's Spice and Wood provides next level luxury when compared to almost any fragrance composition. This fragrance features cedarwood, you get musk, you get tonka here. It's an extremely elegant next level scent that many of you out there will enjoy. If you want to smell like money, feel like money, air of sophistication here, Creed Spice and Wood is definitely next level. Now, Creed Spice and Wood is a perfect transition into our next fragrance as we go into spicy fragrances. These are scents that have notes of cinnamon, pepper, nutmeg, just to name a few, and these are more closely related to sensual, seductive fragrances. And as a result, ladies will want to get closer to you because they're going to say, hey man, you out here smelling like a hot tamale. And who doesn't love hot tamales? So the first spicy fragrance I want to talk about today is a fragrance that has obviously spice and a ton of exotic notes. It's a fragrance that's been in my collection for years, and it's a fragrance that I often go back to, but it's a fragrance that I kind of stepped away from a bit until back in 2022 when I pulled it back into the rotation quite a bit. The fragrance comes from the house of Bulgari, and this one is Bulgari Man in Black. Now, the Bulgari Man series is amazing, but when you go for standout fragrances, then Man in Black has to be one of those scents. Bulgari Man in Black is charming, irresistible, and it attracts women like moths to a flame. You spray this fragrance on and women are going to want to smell you over and over and say, hey, how you doing? Okay, this scent here is one that you should have in your collection. It's also comes in at an extremely easy price point, so do not fret. That is a fragrance that you can grab with ease. And speaking of grabbing fragrances with ease, this next one is one of the newer fragrances out there. It comes from the master of seduction himself as well, Tom Ford, and this one is Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. Now, we've known that Tom Ford has done wonders when it comes down to sensual, seductive scents. If you ever watch anything on Tom Ford, he even has that sensual approach to things. I watched something with him the other day, and he said that if you have dirty nails, you can't get your hands in the pants. So make sure you get that together as well, because that matters. Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum really just elevates a fragrance that has already done well. Now, if you don't have this fragrance here and you only have the extreme version, then be okay, because you're going to do well with it. But Noir Extreme Parfum provides that more modernized approach to a fragrance that we have already fell in love with, but more importantly, the ladies have fell in love with it as well. The Parfum version gives you a different mix and feel, and also changes the DNA a bit, so it's not something that they have smelled too many times. You're gonna have something that's new and different than what they've have personally experienced, and all in, it's a phenomenal fragrance that you will enjoy. And speaking of enjoying fragrances that women love as well, this one is tried, true, and tested, therefore it had to be on today's list, and this one is Spice Bomb Extreme from the house of Viktor and Rolf. Now, Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb Extreme has a ton of fragrances out there. Spice Bomb Extreme, Spice Bomb Infrared, Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum, Spice Bomb Night Vision, Spice Bomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum, and the list goes on. But this one here, no matter what fragrance you put out there, this has always been the standout scent from the line. Now, I also have to say that Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum is a recent one, but nonetheless, this fragrance here has been revered. It also has been respected for those spicy, sensual date nights and a classic living legend. I'm saying it's living like it's living, but you know what I mean here. This is a legendary scent you cannot go wrong with. Spice Bomb Extreme from the house of Viktor and Rolf. Next up, we have citrus fragrances, and citrus fragrances easily might be fragrances that features the notes of bergamot, lime, lemon, orange. You get it, a citrus, grapefruit. Those are fragrances that really do stand out. They bring energy, they make you feel lively and give off that overall uplifting impression. But there are also fragrances that stand out in this field that also the ladies are drawn into as well. So without any further ado, let's get down to it. First up, I want to talk about a fragrance from the house of Margiela, and this one is Margiela's Under the Lemon Tree. Now, unlike some of the other fragrances that we're going to talk about within this citrus aspect of fragrances, this one doesn't come off as an overtly citrus scent. You get the citrus here in such a subtle way. It's kind of warm. Unlike some of the others that we'll talk about today, this one isn't a blast of citrus. Yes, this one will provide an uplifting feel. Yes, this one will give you energy. Yes, this one does feel lively, but it's not as bright as some of the others on today's list, and that's okay. As you would imagine, with a name like Under the Lemon Tree, it does have lemon there. When you on first spray, you're gonna get something that has this lemon feel that is present, alive, and well, without feeling like a Mr. Clean or Pledge type of fragrance. And that often happens when you're digging into citrus fragrances, so you want to make sure that you are choosing them with the right selection, and Margiela's Under the Lemon Tree is a perfect way to do that. In addition to that uplifting, invigorating feel, this is also a versatile fragrance that you can wear in a number of situations, so be sure to try this one out. And also, it's also a part of the Replica series, so it's made to be relaxing, Bright Lemon, Palermo, 1987. Unisex fragrance. Because it's unisex, women are going to want to smell like it themselves, therefore they want to smell it on you. And I felt it was necessary to add this next one to the list, and this one is a flanker of a fragrance that has grown to be next level in terms of what it means to the fragrance world, and this one is Creed Aventus Cologne. Now, as you would expect with Creed Aventus, the cologne version is similar in terms of its citrus nature. You have bergamot here, you have lemon in the top, you also get some non-citrus notes like apple within the top of this fragrance, but all in, you're gonna get a fragrance that is live, it's vibrant, it's uplifting, and it also, well, garners compliment. It's a DNA that women have proven to enjoy, but also a lot of fellas out there enjoy this one as well. So if you're just looking for compliments, then this is a fragrance that's going to do it for you. Creed Aventus Cologne is an all-around good fragrance, and if you are not feeling the cologne version, you want something a little bit more powerful, then you could go for the OG Creed in itself. And then finally, I have a fragrance that I've done in collaboration with NAVITUS Parfums, and this one is called Elation. Now, Elation is just what you would imagine, a fun, uplifting, vibrant, energetic scent that is made to get the day started. On first spray of Elation, you get a blast of citrus. You get bergamot, you get mandarin here. As it fragrance transitions, you also get that musk we talked about and some woods here for a traditional fragrance stack that is taken to that next level of sophistication. All in, this is the fragrance that I think a lot of you out there will enjoy. If you are into citrusy fragrances that do not have, again, that pledge feel, then this is a fragrance that you should pledge to. From the house of NAVITUS Parfums in collaboration with your boy, so we obviously know what we're talking about. This one is Elation, top tier fragrance for the top tier guys out there. And then the final type of fragrance I want to talk to you about today happens to be that of leather. Now, leather fragrances obviously have the notes of leather within them, but they also pair well with notes like tobacco, suede, and other leathers, in addition to spicy notes and things that we've already talked about on this list today. And I have 3 fragrances here that are sure to do you wonders. The first fragrance on our list today happens to be that from Parfum de Marly, and this one is Godolphin. Godolphin is leather, spice, and incense. This one is a fragrance that just calls and says, hey, I'm a man and I smell amazing. This is a fragrance, just like many other leather-based fragrances, are going to be good for that cooler weather, fall, winter. These are fragrances that you can rock with confidence, but also just know that they also radiate. They are just live and well. They pop off the skin and they scream sensual sophistication. You will not go wrong with a fragrance like this. Be sure to check out the full review on Godolphin. And speaking of full reviews and fragrances that are sexy, sensual, and that women just yearn for, this next one happens to be one of those. The fragrance was added to my collection by the missus. This one is top tier. A lot of you guys know this fragrance. Another fragrance from the master of seduction himself, Tom 44, and this one is Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. Noticed by Drake within the song Tom Ford Tuscan Leather Smelling Like a Brick. This one features the notes of leather, saffron, a sensual fragrance, vanilla within the scent here. It just pops off of the skin and really creates this cloud of come over here because I am the man. That's what you feel like when you're wearing this fragrance, and when others are around you, you just know that they are just wondering who you are. This fragrance screams, I am rich. That's what it screams. I'm rich. Okay, he's spraying his fragrance and they're like, oh my God, he's rich. Follow him around, okay? And that's a perfect thing for attracting women as well because they enjoy money. And Tom Ford Tuscan Leather does just that. You get a combination of some of those things that we already talked about, but the tobacco, you get some leather, you get some spices here. All around an amazing fragrance that just screams sexiness. All in one bottle, Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. And I'll give you one a little bit different. This one comes from Montal, and this one is Montal's Oud Leather. Like many of the other leather-based fragrances we talked about, Oud Leather commands attention. This one is leather in combination with saffron, and when you spray this one on, it just says, hey, I'm attractive, I smell amazing and you should want to know me. I mean, it doesn't say that exactly, but that's what I get. In addition to the leather, you get some oud within this fragrance. You also get the zesty bergamot on the top here. All in all, just an amazing fragrance that was composed extremely well. When I look at the House of Montal and what they do these Middle Eastern, darker, more resinous fragrances extremely well, and this one is no exception. So there you have it. Those are 12 fragrances that you can wear for attracting women, because 99% of women want guys that smell like this, and that is good. These are 12 good fragrances in different categories. So if you're not into leather-based fragrances, try out the citruses. If you don't like citruses, try out the spices. And if you're not a spicy guy, then try out the woods. There you have it. Those are 12 fragrances. Let me know, what are your go-to fragrances and women love to smell on you. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn